Hello. I recently just mentioned, either the last video or the video before, that pang that doesn't go away, that pang that might come and go, that you might get in the future. Some of us, maybe I know one girl, she's like, oh God, I never think about him. It's been 5 years since her breakup, but she's like, I never think about him. I wonder how I was ever with him. I'm not attracted to him. Like, she's done. And that eventually, hopefully, happens for all of us after 5 years, right? But there's a pang. And what's funny to me is that it's been over a year. The official, like, the breakup, right? And we went on a little bit, and we carried on a little bit for like 9 months, 10, whatever it was, like bits in here and there and whatever. But that's a long time. I mean, I've had breakups before. And to not have, this wasn't even like a really long-term relationship. So why do you get the pang, right? Why? Why? I think they get in, don't they? They got inside. In. It is it's tough to wash them out as quickly as maybe you have with another breakup. Now, you might be a 30, 20-year married person, and you're like, I don't even remember breaking up with anybody else, so you're in a different boat. But those of us that have dated a narcissist, not married one, and then we had a breakup, we've had breakups, we're dating. You know, you have breakups, you go through them. And the narcissist, with the way that they mirror you and come at you and make you feel like you're their soulmate, and you guys, and the word soulmate is so overused that it doesn't even encapture what they do. They really make you and everyone around you think that you are like this. I had a friend once call it sticky rice. She's married now. She finally got married. She's very happy. But when we were hanging out, this is like 10 years ago, I guess. She says, you know what I want, Renee? She said, the kind of relationship I want, she said, sticky rice. Says everything. You cannot pull apart sticky rice. So she thought if she met her match, then they would be like sticky rice together. When you have that feeling given to you by a narcissist that you have found your sticky rice, it's intoxicating. And I think that when they're good at it, it can be tough to not have a pang once in a while, because you felt like sticky rice with someone for a while. And that's what we all want, right? That's the ultimate human condition. That's what we all want as the ultimate human condition. That's what they say. We want companionship. We're built that way. I'm not saying you can't have periods of being alone like I am, or periods of you wanting to be alone. That's not what I'm saying. You can have periods of, but the ultimate condition is people want to pair up with each other. So if somebody gave you a feeling of you found your pair up person that you have been searching for forever, that's going to stay with you. It's a really cruel, manipulative tactic that they do in the beginning to get you to feel that way. All that love bombing, all that language, the little acts of kindness, the big gestures, whatever yours did to you during that love bombing phase, that is for manipulation to make you feel like you found your sticky rice, and then they're going to pull it apart. They're going to blow it up. You can't pull apart sticky rice, but it's not real to them anyway. It's not really sticky rice. It's really like this. You can't get near a narcissist. No way. You can only get so far in. This is what it is. You can never be like this. I don't care what you think you see with your ex-narcissist with the new person. I don't know, they look pretty please. He's making her feel like his sticky rice right now. That's it. And that is something that they do, don't they? That's what they do. So I was starting to get hard on myself because every once in a while I was getting this pang of, like I was explaining to on the last video, like you have like a tinge of, you suddenly, him in a new, I don't know where he is or what he's doing, but there's got to be a person with him. So whatever person, it goes through your mind. Is somebody right now hearing, and I'll think of a specific sentence, and I'll think, I wonder how she, whoever it is reacting to that one. That was a good line. That's a pang, right? Because you get like, ugh. Because, man, you wanted all of them to be true. Of course you did when you were in that blissful state of being unaware. And I was believing them. I believed everything. No, I didn't. No, I didn't believe everything. I knew some things were not real steady, that he said. But I mean, the love language, I wanted to believe, sure, yeah, I mean, my God. You don't think, when you're not in the know of this disorder, I never thought that somebody would come along and lie on purpose in order to build you up and make you feel like you have sticky rice, in order to then blow it up on purpose for fun, because I'm bored, or because it's part of the cycle that I go through with my disorder. You're feeling a little too comfortable, sticky rice partner. Guess what? It's insidious. I know you're thinking, how could somebody do that? I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. And I think that's why the pain doesn't go away. Anyway, I think that's why the pain doesn't go away very easily, because it was a very, very heavy. If you're here on this channel and you were love bombed, it was a very heavy courtship. It was a very heavy pursuit that they did to get you to be with them. And you were made to feel like you've never felt in your life. That is hard to shake. And I think that's why it doesn't just go away like another breakup. Like, I don't give thought to any other breakups that I've had. And I was with people way longer than I was with him. But it's the way it started. It's what they do in the beginning. It's how they get you. Once they get you there, that's where all of the trouble starts, because they know you're really confident and you feel loved and you feel safe. You feel safe and secure. Oh, good. You're feeling nice and cozy. Are you? Okay. Good night. Love you. Next morning, boom, they're going to blow it up. You can't feel safe and secure and, oh, you did it. No. They're going to blow it up. But to get to the point that they have the freedom to move about the cabin in order to blow it up, you have to be secure. And I think that it takes a long time to shed the cycle that you go through when you have somebody who tailor makes themselves. They tailor make themselves to us and for us by mirroring every like and dislike that we have. You really do feel you're perfect together. That's why the pang. But we have to remember, and this is what always snaps me back, I don't stay in the pang. It sounds like I do because I'm making a video on it. I don't stay in it because I quickly remember it was all fantasy. None of it was real. It was fake. It was a smokescreen. It was to manipulate me. It was to get something out of me. It was to set me up to fall later. It was so that they, it's all a fantasy that they had, and they were playing it for a while, and then they're going to undo it. the cycle itself, I think, is what's astonishing to us. It floors us, it jars us, our system, and that's what makes you have a pang. And I don't want you to mistake in the pang, if you get one, that means you need to reach out, or that's a sign you're supposed to be together, or let me just text him one sentence. Because a pang is going to make you crave a hit from them of communication, or it could create. It doesn't to me anymore, but a pang used to, and you'll go through that. It's going to make you want to reach out. No, remember, it's only because the cycle itself represented a bunch of addictive things for you. The pang is a reminder of that. It's going to make you crave what you got from any one of the cycle of addiction, whether it was endorphins or cortisol or adrenaline. So you get a pang, you're going to crave. It's kind of like a junkie who gets a craving for like a hit. When you get a little pang in your mind and you give them a thought, or you give it, just remind yourself, nothing good can ever come from reaching back out to them. You will leave feeling terrible. Even if you talk to them for 2 days straight and laugh your butt off, and you meet for drinks and you have a good time, and it's 48 hours of bliss, 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 you don't even get back together. You're hanging out as friends. He's going to do something to you, stop calling you all of a sudden. It's going to end with you feeling bad. So don't if you do get a pang of something, just let it process itself out. Sit with yourself. Ask yourself, where's it coming from? Did you hear a song? Did you see a movie? Did you just happen to think of something that he used to say to you that you're reminded of with something you looked at? And then you start to think, oh, like I do. Oh, I wonder if I don't say I wonder if he's saying that to somebody. I say, I wonder what she's doing when he's saying it to her. I assume he's saying it. So that's the pang I get. I think of things like that. And it used to make me reach out, and it always turned bad. So I'm trying to save you the trouble so that you don't let your pangs turn into reach outs. Mine no longer do, but I still get them. And that's what I wanted to mention to you. It's very normal, I think, because we go through this huge cycle. It's traumatic. How can it not stay with us for a while? I think it's very normal, and I don't want anybody to feel like it isn't. Because I'm like, when does this pang not? Why doesn't it just not go? It's just not going to go away. They lessen and lessen and lessen. And I don't feel the need to respond or react to them or see him or talk to him. I'm not craving. The pang no longer represents craving any of the things we got from being addicted to that cycle. I'm not craving any of that. And I recognize that could happen, and I would recognize it if that's what it was, and I would get my adrenaline from somewhere else. I've learned to get my endorphins from somewhere else. Go for a run, there's things you can do. So I don't rely on the narcissist to feed my any hit that I need from those chemicals. I don't rely on him. But if the pang happens, that could be something kind of urging you maybe to try to feed an old addiction. So process it, think about it, think it through, tell yourself and remind yourself that whatever it is that you're panging for, if that's even a thing, panging for, whatever you're thinking was not real. It ended in disaster. Someone else is about to go through it or going through it right now. And be glad that you're out of it. So have the pang. Deal with the pang. You got a pang. Okay, so we're panging. You process it. Play some music. Put on a comedy show. Snap you right out of it. Something that makes you laugh and not think about it. That could help too. But I just want to make sure that we all know that we're all in it together. That happens. I think that's totally normal.